Everyone, hope you're doing good. Just quickly let me know if I am visible, I am audible. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see if people are joining. Quickly let me know. Am I audible?
Everyone, hope you're doing good.
Am I audible? Am I visible?
Just quickly
Just
let
trying
me know
to set
if
up.
I am visible, I am audible. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see if people are joining. Yeah, I am visible, I am audible. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, Salendra.
Let's see if people are joining.
Yeah, now I can see people joining in.
Yeah, I am visible, I am audible.
We are 2 minutes early on time.
Hi, Salendra.
Just quickly type in a yes or no.
Yeah, now I can see people joining in.
Just a minute, I know I'll turn off the voice from here.
2 minutes early on time.
I think now it would be okay. Is my voice audible now? Yes, ठीक है, cool. बढ़िया यार, all good. Then you will try to make it end to end. Whosoever is asking. Hello, hi Abhishek, hi Sanket. Just quickly let me know from where you are joining in. कहाँ से join कर रहे हो? Which part of India you are joining in? Perfect. I can see a lot of you joining in. Whosoever is joining, please click on the like button. Let's get in more people here. Once you click on like, I think we'll get more people to join in. And we're going to talk about something very interesting. That's Codex, and we are trying to build something live. I've always talked about how coding has helped, or how can you get a job from coding. Hello. I can see people are joining from Mumbai, Vizag, Kolkata, Andhra, Chennai. Perfect. All good, yaar, all good. Take spot 36911. All good, yaar. आप बताओ, how are you? Which year you are in? What are you currently doing? Are you looking out for a job? Are you looking out for something else? Let me know. Can we quickly get more likes to the stream? It's free. You can use it free for most of the things. Greater Noida, third year UG internships. I want to become a data scientist. So how much should Python be strong? We'll come on to Q&A. Q&A भी करेंगे last में. उसके बाद we'll also talk about some of your specific doubts related to Codex, some of your doubts related to anything else that you have. I'm seeing some more questions here. I'm working as a data scientist. Please make at least a post about very entry level jobs. Sure, I'll do that. Financial analyst हूँ, क्या ये मेरे लिए यूजफुल होगा वर्क परस्पेक्टिव? हाँ यार, श्योर. मतलब you can automate a lot of your stuff if you're a financial analyst, and Codex can help you in that. इसमें as such you don't require a coding background to do this. Coding background is a plus point, but anyways you should know how to get stuff done in 2026. Difference between Codex and Cloud Code. We'll get to know more about Codex, then we can figure out what's the difference. So when will the hiring start for 2027 batch? Yeah, onwards, July onwards it will be starting. Thank you so much everyone for joining in. Also for the giveaways, I'll tell you how will you be a part of that giveaway and what all things you need to do, and how can you win Codex Pro subscriptions worth 1 lakh rupees that we are going to give in the session today. But let's just start from the beginning, right? 2026 we are in currently, and I'll come back to the questions. Let me just start on, but thank you so much for joining in. But those who have joined, please do like the stream, that helps a lot. And from where you are joining in, do mention. A lot of people have already mentioned that they are joining from Mumbai, Vizag, Pune, and a lot of other cities. I want to become SD, VIT, CSC, AIML. Placements is low. Please share more opportunities. Sure. Hyderabad. People are joining from Hyderabad. Perfect. We have 50 people there. Hello. Somebody joining from Pune. Perfect. Watching live of Harsh and IPL. Thank you so much. I think IPL seems to be more interesting. But anyways, let's focus on learning something, because everyone out there is afraid of AI, and very few people are optimistic about AI, that AI will take away their jobs. AI is something that might not be able to, that you might not be able to catch up upon. But I think this is one such thing that we are going today, that we are discussing about today, and we'll try to build something live using Codex. But what exactly is Codex and how is it different from other things, right? So we've talked about coding from 2022. We started talking about coding from 2022. The phase of generative AI came in 2022, and all of you are comfortable in English, Hindi, mix of Hindi and English, everything, right? So we'll try to keep it in a mix of Hindi and English, mostly English, but let's try to keep it in a mix of Hindi and English. So generative AI came in 2022 and everyone started writing code. And at that point of time, when it comes to the world of coding or software engineering, the first thing that came in was autocomplete. Like, people were looking out for how can we get code written via autocomplete. The first the first thing that I came across was GitHub Copilot. You write a piece of code and it used to give you the next set of code or the next piece of code. So that was the first set of AI in software engineering. So that is GitHub Copilot. Second, after that, right? So 2023, 2024, 2025, things have changed a lot. And 2024 and 2025 particularly, we have seen a lot of AI assistants that have helped us, right? What does an AI assistant means? Ki you write a prompt and from that prompt you get what is required. So that's what an AI assistant is. And I think all of you would have used it. For example, you just type in, I want how to build a snake game, right? So that's one of the prompts and you get the specific output for that. Third, I think after that it was a lot of agentic IDEs came in, like you would have heard of Cursor, you would have heard of multiple other tools like Anti-Gravity or Claude Code, and all of these were somehow helping you do stuff within the IDE ecosystem, like within the same space, but they were not able to get stuff done out of that IDE. But now we're talking about Codex. It is not just any coding agent, but more of an AI engineer that is working in your team. Like for example, you are a senior person and there's a junior who comes in and who is working in your team. That person is known, that is how you would represent Codex particularly, right? So it is positioned as an AI junior engineer that can get stuff done for you. So quickly, if I'll just go through what it is. So in the AI coding space, we have shifted from GitHub Copilot to coding tools to the era of agentic AI. And today we're going to talk about OpenAI Codex. Now, how to access Codex, right? The first and most important thing is how to access Codex. So there are basically 4 ways in which you can work on Codex. One of which is there's an application. Second is ID extension. Third is command line interface. And fourth is in the cloud, right? So let's start one by one and figure out what are the differences, and then we'll start building it on the application. So first is, let's say, chatgpt.com/codex. So all of you are aware, right? Codex is by OpenAI, that's ChatGPT. All of them are somehow similar, and this is what the ID interface looks like. You can get your GitHub account attached here and you can work on your repositories right from here. For example, I've attached my GitHub account here and I can see a few of my repositories here and I can get stuff done from here. Like, this is how it works in the cloud, right? So this is one use case. Second use case would be, second way to set up Codex is in your command line interface or in your CLI. So when I say CLI, so this is the command. Like generally you do anything you want to install, you do npm install openai./codex. For example, I'll open my terminal here. So I'll have my terminal here. So in this terminal, you just need to type that command. npm install OpenAI/codex. So I'll click on it and it starts working. There's a minor version update. So Codex was already installed on my CLI. I have just added in the command, and now if I want to access Codex, right, how can I access Codex? You just need to write Codex here and Codex will be there in your terminal and you can start working on a Codex. Just give any simple prompt. For example, if I want to say help me write a program for binary search, very simple thing that I've given to Codex. So yeah, it's working on it. So it is a simple Python program for binary search on a sorted list. So this is how you can access Codex within your IDE. That's one. Within your command line interface. This is the second way. Now how can you, now this is how you work in a terminal, and you can give in commands, you can build anything, build software, you can open a repository, you can create a folder structure, you can create a new folder and start building your project here. So this is one way on how you will be doing, how you'll be accessing Codex. Now third is IDE extension. So you all would have been working with Visual Studio Code, Cursor, Windsurf, Visual Studio Code Insiders. Like which is the most famous IDE that you're working in? If you can comment here in the chat, like which IDE are you comfortable in, or which IDE do you use in your day-to-day life? Can we see some comments here? Hello. Can we see some comments here? Cursor, many of you using Cursor, some are using anti-gravity, some are using VS Code. But I think Visual Studio Code has been the oldest, and we have also been using Visual Studio Code before everything was cool, right? So we have also been using Visual Studio Code before everything was cool. So let's start with Visual Studio Code. So when I say Visual Studio Code, you need to install the Codex extension. I will open VS Code from my system. So VS Code is opening. Anti-gravity, VS Code. So different things for different people. So if you'll go, so from where do you install extensions? For example, from here you can install extensions. You click on, you type in Codex here. So you'll get to see something like this. And you can click on install button and Codex will be installed in your IDE. Now you will have something like this, a separate chat window for Codex from where you can select the model which you want to work on. It's GPT 5.4, GPT 5.4 mini, Codex, whichever it is, right? So you can select the model that you want and you can ask your questions here. For example, maybe you can type in anything. You can open your folder structure here. Like if I want to open something, open folder, I'll just open any of the folders. Yeah, so for example, this is the folder that I've opened. I'll just go to Codex here, and in Codex I can ask anything what this folder is all about. Or summarize the entire repository. So it's going to map out the repo structure first, then read the key entry points and config file so that they can give a grounded summary instead of vague interview, right? So it is doing something, but isn't it very fascinating because you can do everything and anything for earlier, which it used to take a lot of time, now things are very easy, right? I've given any random folder from my PC which had some code files. You can see there's some package log JSON, package.json readme file. So there are a lot of files, right? I've just given it, asked it to break it down for me what this repository means, and it has done it for me. See how cool it is, right? And that too within your VS Code, And for example, if I open terminal here and I open any of these files, right? I'll open Codex here again. Yeah, you can click on one. Yeah, so you can do whatever you want, right? If there's a code change that you want to have, if you want to improve the code quality here, improve the code quality of the above code structure. Just giving a random prompt that a noob would give. Let's see what it does. So it's going to inspect the repository structure first, identify the main quality problem, and then make the targeted refactors rather than guessing. So it's doing that. So it is taking a lot of time. It's not just vibe coding, but it is thinking in a way that a normal engineer would think, right? So this is the difference between any vibe coding software or anything like Codex. So it has identified the issues, it has enough context, it's editing the app to a clearer structure with one presentational feature component, one content config, clean entry points, and corrected tests so that the code base matches what it actually renders. So this is how you can improve the code quality. So I'm just showcasing you how within your VS Code ID you can get stuff done, right? There are so many other things that you can do, but I think is my screen properly visible? Can you see what I'm showcasing? Windsurf. Perfect. Cool. So this is a third way of accessing Codex. Now what's the fourth way of accessing Codex? They've recently launched their own application wherein you can get everything done within that application, right? So I'll just try and show the fourth way. Perfect. So we are here, right? So this is the fourth way, and they have written that this is the recommended way because it has been recently launched and they wanted to make it more popular. And you can just click on, for example, if I'm working on Mac OS, currently I'm on Mac OS, I can simply click on download and an application would be downloaded. If you're on Windows, you can get that for Windows as well. But you'll get notified for Linux whenever they release. You can download Codex app for Windows or Mac OS currently. So it will be available for Linux very soon, but currently it's available for Windows and Mac OS. And let's see how different it is in case of Mac OS. Now I've already installed Codex. You can simply go click here and install, and then you need to sign in. Once you've downloaded the app, you can sign in with your ChatGPT account, normal ChatGPT account, and currently you can use Codex for free within your ChatGPT Go or ChatGPT Plus. Even ChatGPT free you can use to a lot extent, like your usage is not going to finish. I have also used it a lot, and its usage is still left so that we are doing the stream, right? So it's not going to finish very soon. But for pro features, the Codex Pro, I think there are some specific features that I'll tell you that will help you and that will enable a lot of different things, right? Let me just start with the Codex app. And let me show you how this Codex app is different and what all things we can do in Codex app, right? This is how the Codex app interface looks like. Rutvik will come on to how to set up the sandbox within the ID, right? Whenever it's changing something in your GitHub, you will be prompted and you can open the sandbox so that it doesn't impact anything else outside that sandbox. So I'll showcase you once we are working on something, right? But this is the fourth way, right? This is the entire Codex application wherein you can do whatever you want and you can get everything done very quickly. So you can do multiple tasks, parallel tasks happening parallelly to each other. And how to get started, right? So there are so many different things on how you can get started. Let me just click on a new thread. So if I click on a new thread, yeah, so this is the new thread. From here, like, you have an option to choose the model directly. For example, whichever model you want to work on. Is it GPT 5.4? Is it GPT 5.4 mini, GPT 5.3 codex, 5.2 codex, codex max? So 5.4 and 5.4, like 5.4 is the latest version of GPT, and that has given, like, it's on all the SWE bench results. 5.4 has been at one of the top most models that has been able to do software engineering tasks end to end individually. Mini is for some quick information that you want. For example, it's like, if at all you want to get the answers quickly and not go in depth, then you can use mini, and you can swipe it, you can change it as per your own understanding. Select where to run the task. Where do you want to run the task? You want to run the task on a local project, you can configure it. Or you can start in a new work tree or in a cloud. You can check out, and you can see what rate limit is, how much is left for you, right? So I've used it a lot today, and you can still see I have 93% remaining, and weekly it is 92% remaining, and it renews after 5 hours. So this is how it looks like, and you can simply give any prompt here and it will start working. So this is the new thread. Then there's something known as plugins. We'll come on to plugins later, but for example, I'm considering myself that I don't know how things work, or how to write a normal piece of software. I'll just simply ask GPT, I'll simply ask it to help me get something up. Now so there are different modes, right? Once you click on slash, so you can find out so many things there. So it's code review, it's fast, it's feedback, MCP. Hi everyone. No, I'm not a Codex ambassador. There are a few questions out there. Hi everyone, thank you so much. Hi Ambika, thank you so much. Yeah, I had a session with IIT Patna as well. But you can keep putting your questions here, or we can take your questions at the end. But just let me know whenever you feel like you have any doubt in between. I would be more than happy to answer. So once you click on slash, so there are different things that you can check, right? If it's, you can turn on plan mode, you can turn on personality, you can, if you want to check on which model you are currently in, you want to change the model, you can change the model. You want to show MCP server status, like if it is connected to any external software with MCP, that you can do. If you want to have feedback, if you want to have code review, we'll do all of this, most of this today while building our application. And also there are some specific skills. You can build your own skill also, right? Skills are basically, if we are looking out for something repetitive. For example, in any and everything, I would need an image generation, right? For marketing, for example, I'm building my website, I would need somebody who can generate an image for me. So I will have that image generation skill, and I can create any skill. There's a PDF skill that can create a PDF for anything. For example, today I'll build some software, I'll ask it to build a PDF for me that I can show it to investors, right? This is a skill creator. You can create any skill that you want, and you can also deploy, right? This Versal deploy. There are so many other plugins also. If you'll see here, you can connect it to Notion, connect it to Slack, connect it to Linear, Google Calendar, Figma, Google Drive, Versal, and so many other softwares. And this is where the threads are there. So threads means like an individual task that is happening out of the entire software. For example, I have 5 different tasks. I want to run these 5 different tasks parallelly to build a software. A task that is helping me improve the UI, a task that is helping me Hi Ambika, yes, you can definitely there's a lot to learn about participating in challenges also. So I think when I say threads, right, so different threads would have different use cases. For those different use cases, we can run different tasks parallelly, right? So what I'll do is I'll try creating a new project, and then we'll start. I was just trying out some things here today, but let me just start with a new project. So I'll create a new folder here. Codex demo live build. I've just given a folder name, and I've opened this folder. Now I have this new folder, and inside this folder, I want to create an agents.md file. When I say agents.md file, and why I would need an agents.md file, you know about readme file? Are you aware of what a readme file looks like, and why do we need a readme file? anyone and everyone. I can see your comments in the chat, comments and chat. And those who are joining new, please do like the stream. That helps a lot. If you can quickly click on that like button, that would mean a lot to me. Hi Vaibhav, I'll be telling you how can you get a Codex Pro by the end of this session. So please do stay till the end. And those who are active in the comment section, you might have a better chance of winning that. Project description, right? To know what the repo is all about. No. So many of you know about README file. Like whenever there's a GitHub repository for any project, we have a README file that tells us what this project is all about. Now to give our codex context of what exactly do we want, I want to create a similar file here, that is agents.md file, so that it has context of what exactly I would want to do. So I'll just type in something. Help me create an agents.md file for the project. Now I am giving what project I want to build. So as I've already told, right, what we want to build today is a platform similar to a CodeChef, Codeforces, LeetCode, wherein, so जब भी तुम CodeChef, Codeforces पे जाते हो, there is a specific time on which a contest happens, right? But I want कि जब भी मैं उस website पे जाऊँ, I can start the contest right away. कि I want to start a contest of 90 minutes in which they'll give me 3 random questions of DSA and I should be able to solve those questions and submit those questions. So I want to create a project wherein you can go and you can start a mock interview or a mock coding round for your interviews based upon DSA, right? So I want to create this project end to end using Codex, and I'm asking it to create an agents.md file for the project. I'll just give that prompt that I wanna give it to Codex. Just a minute. So there's a voice agent that I have. Yeah. So I think I'll just speak and it will be written here. Let's see if we can dictate it. I want to create a project wherein I want a mock interview platform for coding problems, wherein I go and I can set up a test for 45 minutes, 60 minutes and 90 minutes, and I get 3 random data structures and algorithms problems in the difficulty level of easy, medium and hard. These can be from any topics of data structure algorithms, and I can go submit those problems and I can get the solutions and how much score I have for these questions. Help me build a platform similar to that, with everything starting from login, authentication, then questions library. You should have some sample questions to start with. Keep the UI minimal and help me create an agents.md file for this project. Now I've given this to Codex. Let's see what it does. Yeah, so it is telling me that the workspace is empty currently. So I'm shaping this from scratch. I'm going to add a root agents.md that turns your product idea into clear build instructions for future coding agents, stack, features, data model, API structure, UI direction, and deliver order. So all of this it is doing on its own. I have given a random prompt on what I wanted to give. Now how this random prompt is being structured to agents.md file, we are going to see. So it has created a file agents.md. So if I want to see this file, I can see it. So this is how the agents.md file looks like. It has it has a project overview, it has product goals, recommended stack, core MVP features, authentication, question library, submissions. So it has given the entire, like you can say it's a PRD document, or it is a document that will give context to my codex for anything and everything that we would need in future, right? Perfect. So I have agents.md. Now I would start with the plan mode. Why I'm starting with the plan mode? Because it will help me plan things and it will ask me questions on. So plan mode is on. So you can see this is the plan mode. Why it is plan mode? Because it will take my inputs from time to time on what kind of platform I would like to build. So I'm giving the same prompt here, and let's see what it does. Pro is only on paid. Is it what I can see in chat? I have strong DSA participating in contest Java. I have confusion to find good resources for Spring Boot, Spring microservices, off-campus companies that hire only basis of DSA core Java. यार मतलब resources, there are so many resources, but you need to figure out what exactly are you looking at. Now see what kind of questions it is asking. So these are the clarifying questions that your codex is asking, similar to what a junior engineer would do, right? A junior engineer would come to you and he would say what kind of things, like which login system should the first version support? Email plus password, email plus OAuth, email magic link. So I'll just go towards email plus password. How should submissions be scored in the first version? It can be reference or rubric scoring. It can be code execution judging, AI feedback scoring. Like what kind of judging you want to give? We want to keep it simple because we want to build in this time. So I'll keep it simple. What front end approach do you want the plan to target? So do you want a vanilla single page app, or you want a server ended pages, or you want React front end? Abhishek, it is free tier only, right? It's not pro. So I was just trying to showcase you that you can do all of this stuff in the free version also. So I just want vanilla single. So it is checking the workspace first. It is currently empty. So we are planning this as a fresh build rather than fitting into an existing app. So you can see it has asked me 3 questions, and on the basis of these 3 questions, it is taking the next decision. So see how a software engineer, somebody who is there in your team, would come back to you and get things done from you, or ask you something and then proceed towards his or her work. So it is like, it's an overall, it gives you an overall perspective, and it is kind of like working with you. Rutvik is saying, I've seen the same thing in Claude. I'm not allowed to talk about Claude, but let's try using Codex. Yeah, definitely, right? So it is giving you a lot of extra usage as of now, so that you can take full leverage of this. So now it is asking me another question. How should authentication sessions work for the web app? Should it be a cookie session or JWT bearer token, or hybrid to cookie plus JWT bearer? So what exactly do I want? I can we can do a normal cookie session. During the mock test, how should the 3 questions be shown? All of these should be shown in tabs, or one at a time, or login single page. I want to keep it simple so that it can do it in lesser amount of time as of now. So I'll go ahead with all 3 in one. How should the initial question library be managed? Like seeded sample questions only, recommended, seeded plus basic admin card. If I want to give questions for this, I can give questions, but I'll ask it currently to have its own questions, right? So I'll say seeded random questions. So it has asked me 3 more questions, and from those 3 questions, it is taking that context and helping me with something else. What asking me some more questions. What should users submit for each problem in the MVP? Code in the plain editor, text explanation only, code plus explanation. Like I want ki if at all there's a question in front of me, I should just answer the code. That's what I want. What database setup should the first version look like? I need SQLite locally, Postgres ready schema, Postgres from day one, no database yet. You can select the ones. So it's like this is the plan that it has given me based upon all the inputs. Like this is how companies function, right? Maybe many of you would have been already working, many of you would have been new, but this is how a company actually functions, right? What happens in a company is you are given a task, and based upon that task, based upon how you perform that task, you start with the PRD document, you start with the preparation module, and then get stuff done. Now this is the entire plan. So it is saying build me a minimal full stack mock interview platform with fast API. Key changes, architecture, what exactly do we want? We want the backend as fast API and SQL AI Pydantic. Front end should be single page app using static HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Core product behavior, lending flow, inches, sign up, login page, 45 minutes, 60 questions. So this is how the product behavior I want. So I want 3 questions, random, easy, medium, hard, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, and 90 minutes. Questions can come from any DSA topic, no topic filtering in version 1. Data and interfaces, what all things we need, questions, users, mock test questions, API responses, what all things we need, sign up, login, logout, auth me, questions, test ID, okay. Implementation order, it should start with creating root, implementing auth, scaffolding fast API, build question schema, implement test generation, build dashboard, test setup, build active UI, implement rubric based scoring, add history endpoint, run lint, and next. This is the test plan. After building it, it will also auto test it, or I can test it myself. One specific part of the code I want to test it myself, I can do that. Right, assumptions and defaults. So this is how the assumptions and defaults are. So the instruction file should be named as agents.md at the repo root, not agent.md, to match standard agent discovery behavior. So the file name should be agent.md, not agents.md. It has corrected us automatically. Like we did something wrong, so it has corrected us already. Version 1 is browser only and optimized for minimal SPA experience. Scoring is essentially simple in version 1 because we want to keep it minimal. And now it is asking me, should I implement the plan? If I can click on simply yes, implement this plan. Somebody is asking, how much of this do you think is free access? Because I'm currently learning some of the backend stuff. If Codex builds and the access ends, I'll be stuck at my project. Yeah, I think it's very, very generous, right? I have been using it very extensively and my access has not been over yet. So you can see the rate limits here. It's 92% remaining for today and it renews at 11:33 p.m. So I think it's still very generous. Till the time it is generous, I think you should use it. So it has started with 5 different tasks. It's starting the project structure, dependencies and base configuration, then implementing fast API, backend models, auth, question seeding, test lifecycle, scoring APIs. Third is implementing vanilla SPA frontend for auth, dashboard, test flow, results, and library. It is also there for adding automated tests for auth, question seeding, test generation, and lifecycle. And fifth is running the PyTest and rough fix issues and summarize outcomes. So it has divided the entire project into these 5 steps, and it is now slowly taking upon these 5 steps, right? So it'll take some time. So it is thinking on first step currently on how the project structure should look like, what all dependencies should it have, what should be the base configuration, then it will move on to the next step, right? Clear till here, all of you? Yes or no? Just quickly say a yes or no in the chat if it's clear till now. I'll showcase you some more things. Perfect. So I can see so many yes in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Perfect. I'm so happy that you're seeing this stream rather than watching IPL. But yeah, let's wait for it to happen. I'll give it some time. Until that, let's come on to our codex and see what all things it has, what extra things it has, right? So if you go to the explore section, they've already started how to get started with so many ideas on Codex, right? Some of these ideas includes building a classic snake game in the repo, right? You can just simply give a prompt if you want to get started with it. If you want to try it out today, go ahead and try it out today and give any of these prompts. Like create a dashboard for customer representation, create a dashboard for CRM platform, right? Analyze a sales call and implement the highest impact missing features. Explain the top failure model. So any of these you can select, or there's something known as skills. I've already told you about skills, right? So there's a PDF skill, or there's a documentation skill. You can create a lot of skills. So for example, you can have to create a one-pager PDF that summarizes the app. So this is a skill, right? So you can create your own skills also. I'll showcase you in the app how to create skills, but these are some references on how it happens, right? Abhishek, I've told, right, you can integrate this with VS Code. I've already shown that how to integrate with VS Code. There's an extension that you just need to download and you can have it within your VS Code. You just simply need to write Codex and it will get started. Right? Create automations. If you want to create automations, for example, if you want to scan, commit, or likely bugs, these are some of the examples that they've given in their documentation. It's clearly mentioned, so you can explore this also. There's so many different things that they're doing in community. I'll talk about it later. But yeah, using Codex, right, you can simply use the app that I was just showcasing you. There are so many different features of this app. You can do multitasking across projects, right? For example, now this is happening and I want to create a new task that along with it, right? This is the task that you can see that's currently happening and I want to start a new task, right? I'll click on right, so I'll just do something separately. For example, my app is getting built, my web interface is getting built. I want to have more UI ideas or concepts for it. So now there's second task that is running parallelly, right? Two tasks running parallelly and I can see them happening side by side in the threads. And you can move these threads also. You can move this thread to this, you can move this thread to this. Right, so it is doing these two things parallelly. If I want to start the third task, I can also start the third task. What that third task task would look like. For example, if I want to help me build a marketing plan for my application. Now third task is happening at the same time, right? All three things happening in parallel. You can see here in different threads. So it is going to look out for the app quickly so that the marketing plan matches what you have exactly built, and then I'll turn it into a practical launch plan. So it is trying to simulate a marketing plan for me. That too, what should the go-to-market strategy look like? Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Hi Ambika, sure, I'll make a separate video also. Abhishek, I've already told a lot about open source contributions. So you can watch my videos on GSOC, Google Summer of Code. I think that will help you. How many free tokens or limit per day it has? I think I am not going to specify a number, but it is very tough for you to finish. Can I make my hackathon project on this and just copy it? You can try building a hackathon project 100%. Now, I have been a judge at multiple hackathons and people have been using AI. Now it depends on how you're using these tools that can get things up very quickly, right? You have seen we are doing things and it is being able to do a lot of things for me. So this can also be a hackathon project, the one that we are doing today. Those of you who have not liked the stream, please do like the stream. Chaitanya is saying it's used Codex and built something for a hackathon. It's very useful. Yeah, it's very useful. So you can you can see three things, three tasks happening parallelly, and it is thinking. It is doing like the repo only has. So it is telling me what exactly it is thinking, and if at all it is wrong at any point of time, I can type in the chat and it can modify it as per I want. Right. So that's how it looks like. Now let's come back to the structure. This is there on Codex docs. Yeah. ID extension, we're looking out at features for app. There's so many automations that you can run. There are so many different modes. For example, plan mode, local, work tree, cloud, built-in Git tools. That also I'll show. Work tree support, integrated terminal, navigate Windows sandbox, voice dictation, floating pop-out windows, sync with the ID extension. All these features, right? You can connect your MCP to it, different external tools. If you want to connect, you can do that. Settings, you can change the appearance, get integrations in MCP. You can review the code that you want. I'll showcase you how we'll do that. Automations can be run parallelly. This is the work tree structure, local environment. Within the ID extension, right? What all features you can explore within the ID. You can switch between different models. This is for VS Code thing that we did. Choose for approval mode. Cloud delegation. You can set up a cloud environment for Codex within that VS Code IDE. Cloud task follow-up. CLI, right? For CLI command line interface, as I've already shown you in the terminal, you can install, you can run, you can upgrade, and you can work with the Codex CLI there itself. Features, command line options, and more. Now within the ID, right, I was telling you how can you get your GitHub connected within it and do stuff. Now let's see how to do that. For example, I have my GitHub connected, GitHub already there, and I can see all my repositories. Like there are 4 or 5 repositories that I would have worked on. So this is not my primary GitHub account. This is a secondary GitHub account wherein I would do something random from time to time, wherein if there's a demo video that I would want to record. So this GitHub is based upon that. So I would have done a video on Oracle some time back wherein I explored their 26 AI database. So this is that repository. I would have done something for Postman's prioritization agent. So we set up a prioritization agent in GitHub. Like if we have so many GitHub issues and we wish to prioritize which issue to be prioritized first, so that was the project, right? So let me select this particular repo and I'll give it a prompt. Help me know what this repo contains and how can we improve it. So I've given this simple prompt here. Yeah, this can read GitHub repos, right? We are doing that currently. So it is creating the environment successfully. So you'll see this sandboxing, how this sandboxing is happening, right? So it is doing this task inside the container. So this is how it is looking like, right? It is not allowed to change a lot outside this sandbox, but you can see it is starting a container and you can view the logs from here. Yes, it is reading the GitHub repos, as you can see. Right, so it is thinking, it is doing something, so it is still working. We can view logs also. So you can see how it is thinking, how it is working. This is how you can work with your GitHub repositories directly with the Codex, right? You can also push the code, you can also commit the changes, you can also review the PRs, you can also do like anything and everything that happens within the Git ecosystem. You can do it with Codex so easily. Can we ask Codex to make a clone app of itself with similar features? Will it make it? Try it out. I would want you to try it out. See what it gives and how can you improve it. Maybe this can be a good project, and this can also help you win the Codex Pro subscription if you do it yourself. I'll let you know how to win that. But yeah, can be a good project for sure. This is a repo assessment. So it has given me a markdown file in which it has, as of March 28, 2026, this repository is intentionally minimal and currently contains git metadata and commit history, empty placeholder file. There's no source file. So I've just picked up an empty file. It is telling me about the baseline project structure, add quality guardrails, add governance files, add planning artifacts, suggest a 7-day bootstrap plan, and immediate next steps. Right, so I can request changes or I can ask a question here. Help me write code for Postman GitHub prioritization agent. Let's see what it understands. It's a very ambiguous statement. It needs to get the context of Postman. I need to provide it a link for Postman's page wherein about AI agents it has mentioned, but I'm not giving that page. Let's see from where it is starting, where it is taking context, how good it can think. Let's try and test and see how Codex works. You have so many questions, some of them are not related to Codex. I'll come back to you. We'll take questions in the last 15 minutes. I'll try to wrap it up by 10:15ish if it is able to give us the app. Not here. Here's the app. This is. So it is currently working on the first part only. So it has written 2000 plus lines of code with 26 files changed. You can see which all changes have been happening. We'll figure that out afterwards. It's currently still working on. See, these are the files that it has created. It has created security.py, dashboard.py, questions.py, odds.py. All of these files are being created. And I can go to these files individually and see what it has written. And from there, if I want a change in questions.py file, I can simply type in the file name here. For example, if I'll type in question.py, yeah, I can select the file name question.py and I'll write is like put I can just put in whatever changes I need in this file. So that is also possible. So you can individually call in all the file names, any folder name, and you can write in what exactly do you want. It is able to do that as well. So cool, right? But I'll currently let it work. It has created mocktest.py, submissions.py, dashboarding.py, test.py. I'll open this folder in my VS Code and we'll try to show you how this looks like. I'll open VS Code. I'll open a new folder. We created it on desktop, Codex demo live build. I've opened it. So this is how things are being created here. So this is the app folder in which there are so many different things, schemas, models, core, APL. So all of this has been created, right? This is the mock test folder. This is the schema. This is the dashboard. Some more questions is what I see. This one, read GitHub repos. Okay, yes. Will it have access to public repos as well or projects in our GitHub? I think you need to connect your GitHub to give it access to do changes in your GitHub. But if it's a public GitHub, it will have access to code anyhow. The stream is lagging. Is it lagging for all of you? Is the stream lagging for all of you? Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if it's correct now. Okay, I'm trying to see what I can do. Is it okay now? Just write if it is okay. My webcam is lagging, is it? Is it better now? Still lagging? Now it's okay? ठीक है, thank you so much. It's tough, right? When you're doing something live and that to a demo, sometimes it sucks, but thank you so much. ठीक है. So it has already done everything that we wanted, right? It has done all the steps. It's still, I think, working on some project, something, but it has written all the things that we wanted. So we had this VS Code is what we are seeing. Within the VS Code, yeah, this is VS Code. So within the VS Code, I can see all the files it has created, right? Agents.md file, mockinterview.db, py project, securities, mock test. I'll try closing some more apps. Lagging but better than before. Yeah, let's try to see if it gets better. Okay, so it has created a lot of files, right? And now what I can do is, using Codex, I can simply type in the file name here. For example, I want to put in @database.py, right? This is the file that I want to work in, and I'll say, I'm not sure if you're able to see. Help me improve the file with a better code structure. Now let's see if it is able to do it. Perfect. So you can see it is going to inspect and nearby model and first see how to tighten. So I've opened the same folder inside my VS Code and I can work parallelly on a single file itself, right? My work is already being done in the Codex app, but I can do it on my own also within VS Code, right? That has written all of this files. Verification is clean. They implemented the mock interview platform end to end. The backend lives in app.main.py. And let's see if I can, I want to check it, right? Preview, help me preview it on my browser. So I'll say preview it on my browser. So it is connecting to my port. The dev server is launching. Now I'm polling once for the startup message so that I can confirm it's live before I hand you the link. So it is opening the dev server, or I can host it on localhost also. I think I'll try closing VS Code in the meantime. That due to that it might be lagging. I've closed VS Code. Haha. Yeah, true, Vaibhav. I think this happens a lot to all of us. It is better using inside VS Code. It's a personal choice, right? It is good for some of you inside VS Code. For some of you might not inside VS Code. And here also, right? I asked it to help me write the code for Postman GitHub prioritization agent, and it has written and implemented it here itself. And within the code, any line of code I want to change, I can simply ask it to change here. So within your GitHub repositories also, you can change, you can write, you can review, you can raise a PR, everything. So here, for example, there's the feature known as code reviews. How can you manage code reviews? So there are different ways in which you can manage code reviews. Like these are the different repositories, and you can set auto code review. Like whenever there's a new change that happens, Codex would automatically go and yeah, I've closed VS Code. I think it would be better now. Hopefully it's better now. Perfect. ठीक है. I think we'll be able to do it. So I was talking about code reviews, right? So this is how you can get your code reviewed once there's a change, once a PR is raised, and like for example, you can select when do you want to get this change done, on PR open, on every push, on smart trigger, or you follow any personal preferences. You can do that, or it is like for example, when do you want to review it? Review all PRs? Do you want to review only my PRs, or you follow personal instructions? Like this is the specific PR that I want to get reviewed, right? Yeah, definitely. But you can use VS Code. Within VS Code, there are so many other different options that would help you. But I would suggest you using VS Code. It is perfectly fine. You can use Codex as an application also within your terminal also. Or if you want to work with GitHub repositories, you should work in the cloud-based web ecosystem. Perfect. So I asked here. So it has set up in the server. So I can see. Let's see if we can get it opened. So it has given me, so this is the website. I told it to keep the UI minimal, so it has kept the UI minimal. So if I want to start my first mock interview, like this is the sign up page, this is the login page. Right? Maybe you would feel like it's freezing because I'm reading your comments in the middle. Login and pick a timed round. So I think it should have given me some login details also. For example, if I will sign up on this platform, how would that look like? Yeah, I'll type in my name, I'll type in the email, Gmail, it's like random shit email. So I'll click on create the account. Oh, so it has already given me that like your password should be 8 letters strong, you're currently using 7 characters. So this check has already been made by Codex without me telling it. Now I've kept in a better password. Okay. No, I don't want to save. So this is how the platform looks like once somebody signs up here. So I'll click on start a new test or browse questions. So there are so many questions. These are the instructions that I gave it, right? Now click on start a new test. Do I want a 45 minutes test? Do I want a 60 minutes test? Do I want a 90 minutes test? I can simply click on start test. I'll click on 60 minutes test. I'll click on start test. and I can see it has given me 3 random questions. Valid parenthesis. All of you are aware of valid parenthesis. Which data structure we use to solve it? Tell me. I'm not solving it right now, but there are 3 problems it has given me. One is valid parenthesis. Coin change and trapping rainwater. All 3 very very important questions when it comes to interviews, and I have been asked this question in multiple interviews and I was interviewing back then. Trapping rainwater is a very very important problem. What data structure will use for valid? Yeah, valid parenthesis tag. Somebody gave it correct. For coin change, is it DP? Is it greedy? What? And one is trapping rainwater, very famous problem wherein you create that histogram. Right? All 3 are very very important questions. Perfect. हाँ जी, DP ही है. Now if I, so these are the 3 questions. If I want to start test, I'll click on start test. No submission. So these are the 3 questions. Reference solution, it has given me solutions. No submission. Dashboard question library. If I'll go to question library, I can see a lot of questions that it has already written. Now let's say I want to change something in this application. I want to have a dark mode in this application. Can I have a dark mode in this application? I'll simply give an instruction to Codex. I need a dark mode in this app. Let's see if it's able to do that. I'm adding a real dark mode into the existing spa rather than the one of color swap, so it feels consistent. Auth dashboard test results library. So let's see if it's able to do that. Perfect. I think you're good at DSA, so all of you have answered it correctly. But how did you find this, right? How was the overall experience using Codex? Like, I'm doing it live in front of you, but yeah. Now next we'll go on to see plugins. There are some plugins that you can attach directly. For example, Slack. If you want to give instructions to Codex from your Slack, you can do that. And for example, if your Slack is connected and your app got built, it will notify it in your Slack. So this is how you can use Slack. Figma, if you want to get your UI designs within Codex, you can ask Figma to do that and Figma will do that. Vercel, if you want to deploy your application, let me try it. Like I'll add Vercel, I'll install Vercel here and I'll see if I can deploy it using Vercel. It's asking me to authorize. So authenticated. Oh, इसमें भी नहीं होगा. I think I need to create an account from this account on Vercel. But I think Vercel I've already, yeah, Vercel is already there. I'll just try doing it within the code base. So dark mode is implemented across the app with a persistent toggle in sidebar. So it has implemented the dark mode. Let's see if it has been able to implement it correctly. This is the mock interview platform. I'll try refreshing it. Yeah, so it has done the dark mode that I wanted. If I'll click on light mode, now it's light mode. So it's a toggle for light mode and dark mode and I can do it myself. So it was just one command and it has done the changes right there in front of me, right? See how magical it is? Perfect. GPT 5.4 is available. Yes, Sumukh. Right, so this is how it is. You can do as many changes as you want. Now I was showing you Vercel, right? And we'll use some skills inside the same. So now here, for example, I'll ask Vercel, yeah, deploy the app. Let's see what it does. I've given a prompt to Vercel to deploy the app. It is using Vercel deploy skill. So this Vercel deploy is a skill that can help you deploy it. Let's see what it does. Will it be able to deploy? How it will deploy? We'll see. I've confirmed the repo doesn't have a Vercel specific wiring yet. So I'm checking this CLI or auth next. If needed, I'll add the minimal deployment config before pushing a preview to the fast API so that the fast API comes up correctly. Perfect. Let's see what it does. So it needs a small Vercel adapter before deployment. So it will automatically help me with that Vercel adapter. Generally the piece of code that we add when we are deploying it on Vercel, right? That's what it does. That's what it is trying to do. Hello, hello. Hi everyone. Hi Garvit. I think you can try both apps, web apps also, Android apps also within the same space. It will be able to give you something. Yes, Garvit, pehchan liya. How is everything going on in IIIT Bhubaneswar? So deployment is ready. So it has deployed it on Vercel without me doing anything. See how cool it is. Let's see if it works. Deployment not found. The deployment can be found more information. Oh, so it's like deployment not found, but it has given me some code. Claim it at Vercel. Oh, so I need to create a Vercel account and then I can show this to you. But you can easily do that, right? If you have a Vercel account, just claim this Vercel link and you can manage it everywhere. So it has given me the deployment link already. See how cool it is, right? Perfect. I think most of you are aware of what we are doing right now, right? This is so cool. Now there are so many skills also, right? I was looking at some skills. There are skill creator, skill installer. For example, I want to create a skill, a PDF generator skill that summarize an app. I want to create a skill that generates PDF and I can use that skill iteratively from time to time and that will help me get stuff done. So let's see how it works. हाँ जी गर्वित, what are you saying? भैया हमें कोड लिखना सीखना है इन वेब डेव और वी शुड यूज एआई लाइक हाउ वेब डेव चेंज नाउ. नहीं मतलब फंडामेंटल्स आर ऑलवेज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि फंडामेंटल्स छोड़ने हैं तुम्हें. फंडामेंटल्स अगर आते होंगे तो ही तुम ये कोड लिख पाओगे. इसके साथ एआई के साथ भी तभी काम कर पाओगे इफ़ यू नो फंडामेंटल्स, राइट? इफ़ यू डोंट नो फंडामेंटल्स, कहीं पे कोड फंस गया, देन इट्स वेरी टफ फॉर यू टू फिगर आउट वेयर इट वेंट रॉन्ग एंड व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू नीड टू डू. It's creating and deploying everything. Then what does a junior dev need to learn to be able to survive? That's still a question. A lot of people are saying that junior devs are not needed, but how will somebody become a senior dev before becoming a junior dev, right? So we need to have junior devs also. But I think you can do your work very quickly now. For this boilerplate, like the simple application that we created using Codex today, it would have taken at least 10-15 days for somebody if they were writing it from scratch. But now it has been done there right in front of you in like 1 hour, less than 1 hour, right? Buddy, I make one thing, I can give you a description, but in submission I'm getting problem. I didn't understand your question. Can you please type in a bit more elaborately? So now it's creating a skill for me for PDF generation, and there are so many other skills that you can do, right? There are so many automations that you can do. If you want to release the prep, if you want to incidents and triage, if you want code quality checks, like simply you just need to click on this and it will be helping you with code quality, repo maintenance, growth and exploration. Compare recent changes to performance regression watch. If I want to create this skill, I can create this skill here. Select which project I want to work on. Is it test prep? Is it code? This is the project that I have. It will do it daily, right? If I want to set this trigger key every single day, you need to check for recent benchmarks, traces and flag regressions early. So it will automatically do it in my work tree. If I'll set it up for 9 a.m. every day, so every day daily at 9 a.m. it will perform this task. How cool it is, right? Performance regression can be done very simply, very easily on this thing, on whatever changes I push every day on this repo. So I can create this skill. So this is what it does. So it's creating an automation that runs every morning at 9 a.m. Yeah, I think it has created the skill, new skill at appsummary.pdf. So now you can see it in skill section also, I think. Yeah, so you can see it in skill. There are so many different skills within Versal. There are so many different things that you can implement. We just installed Versal image generation, OpenAI docs, PDF skill, right? So help me with a PDF showcasing the app in just 4 pages. Let's see what it does. There's so many other things also that I wanted to show, but I think we are short on time. Let's see if we can extend a bit. So now using the PDF skill, it is able to do that, right? This is also that you can do. I'll get back to my Codex app features, but I think this documentation page altogether is very, very useful. Go ahead and do that. That would help you a lot. Now coming upon to how can you win the Codex subscription also, right? I'll come on to that. Yeah, but before that, let's explore their community. And there are few more things. Codex for OSS, Codex for Showcase. Like this is Codex community, right? So you can apply to become a Codex ambassador also. You can simply click on it if you are interested in hosting Codex meetups, Codex challenges within your college, within your city. Then this is a good cohort to be in. You will be in a community of like-minded people. Go to the website, apply for Codex ambassador, or you can see there are upcoming meetups also that are happening. Something is happening in Mumbai on 28th March, in Singapore, in Vancouver, in Hyderabad there's a coding hackathon happening, in Mumbai there's a coding hackathon happening, Codex hackathon happening. So now you know how to use Codex. You can participate in these hackathons and win prizes, right? Codex for open source. There's something known as Codex for open source, wherein you can apply, like if you're an open source maintainer, you can apply for API credits and 6 months of ChatGPT Pro with Codex and Codex security you can get. Simply fill in this form. You can get Codex Pro here, but today also we are giving some Codex Pro to people through a special challenge. Right? This is another, and there's something known as showcase. This Codex showcase. So this is Codex showcase page, wherein all the different projects, if you create something on Codex and you can submit your project here and you can see your project being live here. Like OpenAI is giving you a chance to showcase your project to the world, right? So this is how you can build something on Codex and you get a chance to showcase your project here. One more thing I wanted to put in today was yeah, so there are so many use cases also, right? There are Codex use cases. I've shown you some of these use cases, but you can go to this website and see there are different Codex use cases. For example, if you want to review pull requests faster, that you can do. If you want to build responsive front-end designs, you can do that. There are different Codex skills like agent skills. If you can create a skill, I've shown you all of this, but I think if you'll go through these documentations yourself, that will help you a lot. right? There are so many different use cases. You can analyze data sets, ship reports, bring your app to ChatGPT, build for iOS, macOS, build responsive design, front-end design, create browser-based games, generate slide decks, right? We have tried a few of them, but there can be so many different use cases, and some of them they have listed themselves. You can do it on your own. How can it understand large code bases? You can simply try it in the Codex app. Once you click on the Codex app, it will be able to do this entire thing there. Let's see if it does. Right, explain how. So they've given the prompt, right? This is basically a prompt, a perfect prompt for that specific use case. If I'll click on this, let's see what it does. So there's a parallel task that's happening. Explain how the request flows through name of the system area in the code base. I just need to type the name of the system area in the code base, but it'll be able to get that thing for me. Now I wanted it to create a PDF for me. Has it created a PDF? 4-pager PDF. Let's see if the PDF is visible. Yeah, here is the PDF. So it has created a 4-pager PDF for me. It's trying to, oh yeah. So mock interview platform, I created a skill for generating a PDF and it is visible to me. I've asked it to create a 4-pager PDF and 4-pager PDF. Like for example, I've built this platform and I want to pitch this platform to somebody, or I want to present this platform to my class, to my teachers, to my college. So I can do it very quickly, right? That's there in front of you. How easily you can make a PDF out of what you're looking at. Next is, there is a special creator challenge that we are hosting, Codex Creator Challenge. Now what is Codex Creator Challenge? There's something known as Codex Creator Challenge. What you need to do in this Codex Creator Challenges, now I've taught you how to build on Codex, right? Just build something useful on Codex, share it with me, tagging OpenAI for devs on X or LinkedIn. कहीं पे भी, right? Either it's on Instagram, either it's on X or LinkedIn. Tag me and OpenAI developers and share your project in next week, next one week, 1.5 weeks, and we'll be picking up people and giving them ChatGPT, this Codex Pro worth 1 lakh rupees. So go build. Not just that, you can also be a part of the showcase. What's the showcase? I've already told you what's the showcase. OpenAI will help you make your projects visible. That's a very good skill to have, right? We have already seen how to use Codex better, what all things you need to do. Now just download it today, build something good. Even the project that we build, right? How can you improve this project for better? I think that would also help. Just build something using Codex. This is not Creator Challenge. This is Codex Creator Challenge. Codex Creator Challenge. Build something using Codex. Put it on X or LinkedIn or Instagram, whichever platform you're active in. Or if it's all three, then it's way better. And you might get featured on OpenAI Showcase page. So OpenAI Showcase page is this. Yeah, so this is the page wherein you can get a chance to get your project listed if you build something really cool with Codex. Second, some of you will be getting Codex Pro subscriptions, and Codex Pro subscription worth 1 lakh rupees. This is going to be very cool. These subscriptions would be 6 months Codex Pro and you can use it for a lot of time. I think that will give you a power to do and participate in any and every hackathon that you want. So how many of you are participating in this challenge? Just quickly say a yes or no in the chat. How many of you are doing it or participating in this challenge? Quickly say a yes or no in the chat. I will be waiting for your entries for the challenge. Ambika, the deadline is as early as possible. The earlier the better. No, there's no form to fill, but you just post across socials and tag me. I'll be able to find you. But how was the stream? Did you like how we were able to do a lot of things with Codex? Not just an autocomplete or an AI assistant, but end to end you can do anything and everything, right? And in the app that we built today, there are so many things that we could have improved. If I'll spend, let's say, 2 more hours on this, I can improve it like very, very much with respect to UI, with respect to backend and everything. Ambika, there's no specific deadline. The earlier the better is what I'm saying. Jitna jaldi kar sakte ho, that would be helpful. But did you enjoy the stream? Yes, Codex also provides, if you're an open source developer, if you can be a part of Codex for open source. If you're an open source maintainer, you can simply fill in this form and you might get something out of Codex. And you can also be a part of Codex Ambassador program. You can apply for Codex Ambassador and you will be getting a chance to run Codex events in your locality, create learning assets. Codex team would be there in touch with you. You can share your feedback with the team directly. This is a very, very good chance to get associated with OpenAI's Codex team within the APAC region. There's no big time commitment also. You have 2 to 4 hours per week to spend here. Got it? Video demo needed, it's up to you how creative you can be. It can be a video demo, it can be just a picture, snapshot, picture of you and that, anything, right? I want you to be creative. Yeah, this is for beginners also. Anyone can do. You don't need a lot of experience here. We were there on the Codex app. So yeah, so I just used a PDF skill and I was, I wanted to request the flows through the request flows in the code base, right? So it didn't see a concrete system area name in the prompt, but if I'll give the system area name in the prompt, I'll through the, I would say, authentication. So now there are so many different use cases, right? The use case page that I showed you, from there you can simply go and get the prompt. Like these are very well defined, refined prompts. Like if you want to bring your app to ChatGPT, build for iOS and macOS both. You can build responsive front-end designs also. You can kick off coding tasks from Slack also. Everything, right? So if you want to generate slide decks, if you want to iterate on different difficult problems, just try it in the Codex app and it will give you a perfect prompt on how can you get that done very quickly. Now this is the perfect prompt for if I have a difficult task in the workspace and I want you to run it as an evaluation driven improvement loop, then I can simply give this prompt and it will be able to do it. So many different resources we have discussed today. There was so less time. I think we could have extended this stream for another 2 hours and it would have been less, but so happy that you are here and we were able to discuss a lot of stuff. Thank you so much for joining in. Any more questions? I'm just taking a few questions from your end, and still if you have any questions related to this Codex, put it in the comment section of this live session. It will be there with you and I'll be super happy to answer, and I look forward to seeing you participating in the Codex Creator Challenge and winning a lot of things. You might get something, and if you have liked the stream, if you have watched the stream, please do like the stream. That would help. I was saying there's Google Cloud Summit happening. Yeah, if you can attend, it's feasible, you should attend it. You will get to meet a lot of people. That is the most important thing. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone. Anything else? If you have any more questions, I'm here for another 5-6 minutes. Thank you so much, Abhishek Yadav from IIT Madras. It can be a website, it can be an app, anything. Thank you so much, Shailendra. I'm a 2028 grad. What tech stack shall I learn, as these vibe coding tools give entire codes as of now? I know full stack development and little getting started with AIML. I think if you know full stack development, how can you get that full stack development in a better phase, better position? That would help. Thank you so much, Garvit. How can you tell us that what we have to learn as a fresher to get a job? Yeah, as a fresher, still I would say fundamentals are very relevant. You need to know data structural algorithms. You need to know problem solving. All these big tech companies are still asking DS algos. You need to be very good with those. Plus some good projects. Now there's a lot of AI building projects has become easier. Now you can have like very complex projects also as your projects in your resume. Done. Sure, Garvit. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you all participate in the challenge that we plan to host. And I'll keep on bringing a lot of stuff. If you're there on Instagram, I keep on posting a lot of updates on Instagram. Make sure you do join the Instagram channel also. Also, if you have not liked the stream till now, please do like the stream. Please see my message. Dhanush, if you can repeat the message. Rutvik, I've told you how you'll get the credits, and I've seen who have engaged in the session. So definitely there are very high chances of you getting it. Yo. Share info about GenAI Academy. I'll check on that, Lisha. Anything else? Perfect. So I'll end the stream now, but it was lovely having you here. We plan to host even more live streams like this. If you'll join, do share it with your friends. This helps a lot. And do join on Instagram, LinkedIn, where I keep on sharing a lot of quick updates. Even on WhatsApp channel, we keep on sharing a lot of quick updates. So make sure you do join. There's no checklist to give the best idea, right? Pick up a problem statement from your day-to-day life and build a project for that. Thank you, G. Thank you so much. All the best. Good luck. And we are ending the stream now. Bye.